You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. Good morning, kids, grandkids, friends, and anybody watching out there. Welcome to Papa Charlie's The Storyteller. Are you ready for a story? I hope so. I hope you are feeling fine today. Today I'm going to tell you about how we used to play when we were children. We were 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years old. We did certain things. We got older, we played different games. But as I get older, I'll tell you what we did. And I think you'll enjoy it. Now, my neighbor boy, Lowell Tarbett, was a month older than me. And he wasn't as stocky as I was. He was thinner, but he could run faster than I could. But I was a lot stronger. But Lowell and I were the best of friends. And we did many things together. So I want to share some stories of things we did together. One day he said, "Chuck," he called me Chuck and Chucky. He said, "Why don't you come over and we'll roll some tires down the driveway?" Because they lived on a hill. The street was down here, and their house was up about 15, 18 feet above the street, and their driveway sloped like this, down pretty good steep, and then sidewalk, and a little drive to the street. So I said, "Wow, that sounds great." So we went into his garage, and there his dad had a bunch of old tires, car tires. You know what they look like. Here's the picture of some tires sitting out in the field. Those are car tires. You know what? You can have a lot of fun with tires. And you can get hurt too, playing with tires. But we used to have a lot of fun, and I'll tell you some of the things we did. The one thing we did, after we got them out of the garage, we made sure they were clean. And then we hosed them down with the hose if they had dirt on them. Then we brought them down to the top of his driveway where the hill was. And we rolled them down the hill, right across the street, and they went about 50 feet into the neighbor's yard or driveway, and they flopped over. We went over and got them and brought them back up. And to bring them back up, we stood them up and just rolled them like that with our hands, pushed them along, and pushed them up the hill. And after a while, we had 5 or 6 tires out there, so we could roll down. Each could roll down 3 tires, and then go get them. And sometimes just carry them. They're pretty heavy. They weigh about 20 pounds, but if you're strong, you can carry 2 of them. Anyway, we were rolling down, having a wonderful time. In those days, on our street, we had a paved street, but there weren't many cars. This is back in 1938, 39, and most women did not drive cars. A few did, and most men, there are people on our street that didn't even have a car. They walked up to the bus stop and took the bus to work, took the bus shopping. It was good bus service in those days. It only cost you a nickel, sometimes a dime if you went real far, to go on the bus. And it was cheaper than buying a car. In those days, a car would cost about $600. And you think, "Oh, that's not much money." Yes, it is. In those days, sometimes you could buy a house for $1,000, $2,000. A brand new house might cost you $5,000 or $6,000. But you could buy a used house sometimes for a couple $1,000. Because money was very precious in those days. Worth a lot more than it is today. But you had to work hard to make a dollar. Most men at this time didn't even make a dollar. They made 15, 30 cents, 40 cents an hour at the most. So they saved all their tires because during the war, from 1941 to 1946, you could not get tires. They were all the tires were used for the military, for jeeps and trucks. So you could very rarely get tires. Now, these tires come in different sizes. Today's tires, some are smaller, some are larger. But when you take tires like this, now you roll them down the hill, have fun, or roll them on the sidewalk or street, just push them along. It's sort of fun to do that. But you can also take these tires and have your daddy put tie a rope around one, tie it to a big strong branch and tree, and have a tire swing. And you can climb in this hole and put your head through there and push yourself with your feet. Or you can have somebody, you can climb up on the tire, on top of it where the rope is, hang on to the rope and sit there and somebody pushes you out, swings way out. We have a tire swing at our farm in Ohio, and my granddaughter spent many hours playing on that tire swing. And especially my oldest of my young granddaughter kids, Selah, she loved to do all kinds of tricks on the thing. But you can also use them to grow vegetables in. You can fill it full of dirt and plant on the ground. You can fill that full of dirt and plant cucumbers, tomatoes, and it keeps the weeds away from your plant. But you have to water them every day because it's above the ground and the moisture goes down through quickly. So tires can be a lot of fun. You can also stack them 5 or 6 high and then climb down inside and have your head stick out. Just play games if you have enough of them with each other. And you could probably think of some ways to use tires too. So there's one man down here in Florida who takes these tires and he makes shoes out of them for people in Africa. And he sends them over there, and some of these tire shoes last 5 years because these tires are tough. And the shoes they make over there with a leather or some other kind of material doesn't last very long. But these shoes made from tires are very sturdy and durable. So you could probably think of some other ways to use tires too. But I gotta tell you one story before I forget about it. We were rolling these tires down, all of a sudden we heard it go, ah! A guy saw a tire coming down the hill. He slammed his brakes on right in front of our house there. And he got out of the car. "What are you kids doing?" "We're rolling tires down the hill." He said, "Do you know, if I hadn't stopped, that tire would have dented my door in my car? Who would pay for it? Do you realize that?" "No, sir, we didn't do it. We'll be more careful next time." "Well, you shouldn't even be rolling them down across the street like that. That's dangerous." "Okay, we won't do it." But we did do it. Not that day, but some other days. But we had somebody watching for cars. We forgot about the cars because there weren't many coming down the street. A car came down the street maybe every half hour. So it wasn't a real problem. Except around 4 or 5 o'clock, maybe every 10 minutes a car would come down. But only the people who lived on the street drove down our street. So we almost got in trouble that day. But Lowell and I got in trouble many times doing other stuff. And I'll be telling you about some of those things later on. Okay, This is a game we used to play, roll the tire. You can roll them today. You can make a tire swing out of them. We did that too. We also stacked them up and climbed down inside of them, and it was fun. So maybe you can figure out some ways to use tires too. I hope you enjoyed the story today, and until next time, the Lord bless you, and I hope you are happy and well. Remember, obey your mommy and daddy, okay? And I'll see you again. So goodbye for now.